we've got approximately 30 riggers on the ship, untying the ship so that they can go to sea. I'm the rigger in charge of the cranes down here and cutting the ship loose. I want to tie these eyes. I want to coil that wire down across the road.
On the bridge, the captain and his crew complete their final checks.
How you doing, Chief?
Admiral Frank L. Bowman, a former submarine commander, is on hand to evaluate Truman's performance.
This is lambskin-covered chair here.
Pretty nice, wouldn't you say, Admiral?
My golly day, you don't have that on submarines, you know.
No, sir, you don't.
We're tough. Diesel oil and stuff.
It takes these 30 riggers 3 hours to get this ship ready to go to sea. A rigger's work is bull work.
Counting officer, helm safety, read you loud and clear.
Read you loud, somewhat jumbled.
An armada of tugboats surrounds the Truman, holding her to the dock as the last lines are cast off.
What's the status on the disconnecting of phone lines?
Wait. Hey, studio, you got a copy, disconnecting phone lines?
I think stand by.
Go on! Yeah, go! We're underway, tugs are working. She's all cut loose from the pier, ready to go to sea trials.
One by one, the tugs drop away. For the first time, the Truman is steaming under her own power. America's newest carrier heads for the open sea, ready to face her first great challenge. As Truman leaves the shipyard behind, builders' trials are in full swing.
I'm the engineer officer on board the Truman, in charge of just about everything that's not reactor or main propulsion oriented. The catapult system on the flight deck, the air conditioning and chill water system on board, aircraft elevators, the general announcing system that you hear here that's not working quite right. We're hearing a lot of cracks and squeals coming out of it, but troubleshooting's in progress. We're also going around in teams to physically operate every piece of gear that we own in all modes, both normal mode, emergency mode, and even some other backup modes to fully flex it, make sure that it's been built right and that it'll perform the way it's supposed to.
It's not a Delta faucet, but it's just
Any problems discovered are immediately repaired.
Which one?
I'll find out in a second. Part that switch. I gotta go through the...
I got 4 wires, I believe.
We have trades here from the electricians, pipe fitters, mechanics, fitters, anybody that we need to fix any binding problems or mechanical problems.
In the hangar bay, the emergency fire doors are tested.
If they have any fires or explosions on one side, they can close these doors and protect the aircraft that they've got on the other side. Right now, it's not closing far enough. We'll fix it.
She bounced back about an inch.
A proximity switch has been installed in the wrong position. It must be cut loose and moved 3/4 of an inch.
I've been doing this for 23 years. Done 7 different carriers and 140 doors. I do doors. I don't do windows, I just do doors.
On the flight deck, the 4 catapults received their final adjustments.
The catapult has to be final shim. When we built this initially, we set it a little bit wide, and the engineering department uses a formula to close up the slot so that you can operate in tropic temperatures or you can operate in Arctic temperatures, and your slot won't be too tight that the shuttle won't go down, and it won't be so loose that the shuttle will slap back and forth.
8,000 bolts must be removed. Hundreds of man-hours are required to complete the shimming process. It is so time-consuming that Truman's catapults will not be ready for final testing on this phase of her sea trials. Taking a brief leave from Dry Dock 12, Sandy Dugan tours completed spaces on the Truman, which correspond to those under construction on the Reagan.
You have to try and envision what a completed system is going to look like, and you have to envision how things are going to intersect and how things are going to go together. And when you get down here and you see how it's finished, you say, oh, now that makes sense. I understand why that pump was set this way or why we waited to do this. I can think of all the things that we did wrong when we installed that. We came in and we had the legs installed improperly. We had to go back and cut that loose and fix it. Bolt pumps for the aqueous firefighting foam, A-frame. I tell you what, it looks nothing like this right now out where I'm at.
One of the final tortures inflicted on Truman during builders' trials is an extended high-speed run, backwards. For 4 days, Truman has been subjected to every test her builders and crew could devise. It has been a strenuous time for all involved.
Sitting up on the bridge these last few days, it's been so exciting that I have not been able to go to sleep. In fact, I'm on my 40th hour with 2 hours of sleep. If I have many more exciting weeks like that, I'll be dead. But it really was a treat to watch the ship operate. Admiral Bowman, everybody had good things to say about the enthusiasm, professionalism, and just the quality of the people aboard the ship, so I'm really proud of that. Builders' Trials has gone well.
Go for the reactor.
Truman has returned home. Discrepancies found on builders' trials have been fixed. Now the second phase of sea trials begins. Acceptance trials are run by the Navy's Independent Board of Inspection, known as INSERV. Everything from safety equipment to the propulsion plant is tested for final certification. The stakes are high. Only after Truman passes this rigorous inspection will she be allowed to join the fleet.
We're sort of the outside expert that represents the Navy, separate from the shipyard and separate from the Naval Systems Command, which is heavily involved in the building of the ship.